Are you sure we're alone, Gomez?
Positive. Nobody's about. We're safe. It's only you and I.
Good. A little over to the right, I think. Yes, right there.
I'll cut the cucumbers. Not with that knife, you won't.
Why not?
That's Vince's knife.
So what?
So, nobody's supposed to use that knife but Vince. It's sharp as a razor.
And he shaves the carrots into these little curlicues. Get Rachel another knife on the
Don't forget it. My hands are shaking. I'd probably cut myself anyway.
Matthew will be found, Rachel.
Adam has all the policemen in town looking for him.
Yeah, the highway patrol's out, the state police, the FBI.
He'll turn up before you know it.
Everybody keeps saying that, but he's still missing. Damn Mitch. Damn Mitch Blake.
All right, I think everything's there. If it isn't, you can let me know later.
Thanks a lot, Adam.
Now, Brittany, you know what bail means.
Yes, I know. I'm not going to go anywhere until this whole thing is over.
I expect you, Catlin, to hold her to it.
Okay, Sean, here's the city.
Oh, Sarah, could you take him over to the quarries for me, please?
Sure. Will you be staying there for long?
Well, Rachel offered me a room as long as I wanted one, but as soon as this whole thing's over, I'm getting out.
Well, come on, big guy. Sarah's going to take you home and put you into your crib.
See you soon, honey. I'll be over there soon. Bye. Thanks, Sarah.
How are you?
I don't know. First, they arrested me. They put on handcuffs. They fingerprinted me, and I spent the night in jail. They don't have a case against me, do they?
Well, you have enough for a case, Miss Lazarus.
I have enough to present to the grand jury. They'll have to decide whether or not to indict.
I'm aware of that. I meant there'll be no question about going to trial.
Oh, I have every confidence that she'll be indicted.
It'd be criminal if she weren't.
I agree, but I'm going to need a more complete statement from you, Mr. Love.
I've told you everything that you need to know. My wife, with malice aforethought, premeditatedly set me up, pulled her gun, aimed directly at me, and fired. That's about it.
Well, good. This is much more complete, and believe me, I needed every detail.
I'll never forget anything that happened in those stables. The thing I most remember, the thing that was most vivid, most horrifying, was the look in Brittany's eyes. Cold, confident, as she raised the gun. And then the incredible pain as the bullet tore into my body. I thought certain I was gone.
Well, this should clinch it. With your statement and others from witnesses the grand jury is going to be hearing from, I'm confident we'll go to trial.
And we will win.
I've never lost.
You're awake.
Hey, Nicole, come on in and meet Peggy Lazarus from the district attorney's office. This is my sister, Nicole.
Oh, pleased to meet you, Nicole.
Hello. Am I interrupting?
Not at all. We were just finishing here, and I do have to be getting back to my office.
I'll call, Miss Lazarus, if I think of anything else.
Okay, we'll keep in close touch, but in the meantime, you concentrate on getting well. Goodbye now.
Bye-bye. You're looking much better, Peter.
Well, I'm feeling much better. Very much better now that I know Brittany's locked away.
Then you haven't heard.
What?
She's out on bail.
The bail must have been set at a small fortune. She doesn't have any money.
Rachel Corey does.
Rachel? Can't believe Mac would allow that.
It's done.
Well, it doesn't matter. My devoted wife won't be free long.
I think the best thing you could do is leave that to the law and concentrate on getting up and out of here.
Nicole, how does Dad feel about all this? What does he think?
I'm not sure.
He must have said something.
I haven't spent any time with him. I've been too busy with Donna.
Isn't she any better?
If anything, she's worse.
Poor Donna. Well, I guess that's why Dad hasn't called. He's been so worried about her.
Worried may be too strong a word.
That's a minor relief, at least.
Peter, our sister is sick. Very sick.
I know. But Donna is stronger than any of us. She'll recover. You see, it's just with Dad not calling, I was worried that it has something to do with me.
My son is a fool, Gomez.
But you always used to say that he could change, Senor, that you would teach him.
I had hopes for him once, yes. A naive young father, desperate for his son to succeed. It was impossible for me to accept that any child of mine could be less than extraordinary. I used to think, one of these days, he will realize his potential. But Peter isn't the only one who's grown up over the years. I have finally faced the fact that my son is a loser. Born that way and destined to die that way.
You've given up on him, then?
I should have done it years ago.
But, Senor, he is so devoted to you.
Devotion means nothing to me, Gomez. None of it's not backed up by intelligence or strength. The boy simply has no spine.
I'm sure this must be very difficult for you, Senor.
Not when I put it out of my mind. Besides, we have more pressing problems.
Mitch Blake.
Another fool.
I've been trying to reach him, Senor, but he is nowhere to be found.
Well, you keep on it, Gomez. No loose ends. Loose ends will be cut off.
I'm tired of listening to you defend Mitch.
Well, you're not nearly as tired as I am of having to defend him.
Felicia, you can't condone what he's done.
Honey, I just don't think he's done anything. But more importantly, I don't want to fight with you. Let's not fight, all right? I want the same thing you want. I want Matthew back, safe and sound. I mean, that's really what matters the most.
I just don't think I can take much more of this sitting around waiting for the phone to ring.
You haven't gotten any word at all?
Mac has called all of his friends in New York. He's called in every favor, and there's still nothing.
Hello, you two.
Hi. Anything yet?
Not a word. How's she doing?
Not great.
Well, at least she's out of the house. She was going stir crazy. I really appreciate your insisting she come over here, Ada.
Well, I tried to get her to work, but she's too distracted.
She just paces for hours at home, staring at the phone. Any relief from that is a help. Well, I guess I better go over and tell her I've got nothing to report. Hello, Felicia.
Mac, hi.
Nobody called. There's nothing new. Everything's the same.
I'm sorry, darling.
Hey, you know, I think it's wonderful that you bailed Brittany out. I was going to suggest that she and the baby come stay with me for a while, but you beat me to it.
What's this?
Oh, I thought I told you. Brittany will be staying out at the house.
Well, you've certainly done more than your share for her.
How can you say that?
Well, posting bail, getting a lawyer, now giving her a place to stay.
She had no place to stay. What was I supposed to do? Let her stay out on the street?
Not at all. I think you should have discussed it with me first. There's no time to have anyone at our house, let alone Brittany, when she just shot her husband.
You can't mean that.
Rachel, Peter is a friend. We have a long history, professional and personal. I mean, he's our lawyer.
He's also a louse, Mac.
He's a wife abuser. He might be very nice to you, but he is abusive to Brittany.
He really put her through agony.
She's innocent, Mac. It was self-defense.
I'm not the only one that heard her threaten Peter's life. I'm not so sure she's as innocent as you think.
But he did more than just threaten her. He abused her physically, Mac.
Were you there? Did you see it?
Mac, come on. The fact remains she's innocent till proven guilty. No matter how you feel about Peter, you've got to allow her her rights.
Yeah, fine for Brittany. She didn't allow Peter any right.
I can't believe you're saying this.
Well, obviously we have very different views. I suggest the subject be taboo between us from now on.
How can it be? She's going to be staying at our house.
Because we have to concentrate on getting Matthew back. We've got to focus our energies on finding Matthew. Anything else is secondary.
Oh, he's right, Rachel.
We can't worry about anything but Matthew. And seeing that Mitch regrets the day they ever let him out of prison.
just doesn't make sense, Adam. I mean, even the doctors don't know what's wrong with her.
Look, they're bound to eventually.
Eventually? I'm not concerned with eventually.
Right, soon then. Look, Michael, with all the breakthroughs in medical technology these days, surely there's a specialist someplace that will know how to treat Donna.
Yeah, but Adam, I gotta find the right specialist.
You will. Just give it time.
Time? I don't have time. I mean, the woman that I love is in a hospital. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't even know who I am.
I know that.
Well, then how can you tell me to give it time?
I'm sorry. It was just a dumb thing to say. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. I know you were just trying to be a friend.
Look, you want to hear some really good news?
Yeah, I'd love to.
It's about the Trump.
What about the Trump?
I've had my sources working on this for a couple of weeks now, and I think it's going to pay off.
How? Can you tell me?
While you were in Chicago, Gomez had a new safe installed in the study of this house, complete with an elaborate alarm system.
You think it was built for the Trump?
What else?
Are you telling me the Trump is here?
Not a couple of 100 feet from where we're standing at this very minute.
I don't believe it.
All I need is a search warrant.
All you need is this... Oh, great. I mean, getting a search warrant for this house is next to impossible.
I'll get it. Come hell or high water, I'm going to get that search warrant. I don't care if I have to pull every string in the department.
Adam Reginald is going to stand in your way. He's going to challenge you all the way.
Let him. I'm the best bluffer I know.
Well, you may just be right about that one.
I'm telling you, this is the chance for us to catch Reginald red-handed.
And then we got him, finally?
One vulture blown right out of the sky.
Well?
The alarm system is all hooked up, senor.
My Trump. My future. And this other matter, has it been worked out as well?
The man is standing by, senor.
Excellent. I wanted to be filled in completely on this plan, down to the most minute detail. Is that clear, Gomez?
Everything, senor. But perhaps you should reconsider.
There is no margin for error. I want that understood.
Senor.
As you well know, Gomez, the margin for error is death.
Senor, I wish...
What?
I wish that you would reconsider.
What are you talking about? This is a brilliant idea.
But it's so dangerous.
It's foolproof.
Nothing, senor, is foolproof.
This man you hired, who looks like Vince McKinnon, is he a professional?
Yes.
Highly recommended and highly priced?
Yes, senor, but...
There are no buts, Gomez. All will go according to plan.
Of course.
You get what you pay for. As Vince McKinnon will soon find out.
Love residence. Just a moment, please. It's Peter, senor Love, your son.
I'm not available.
Mr. Love can't come to the phone right now.
Over yet.
Well, that was Catlin. He and Brittany are on their way over here in about 45 minutes to meet the lawyer that you hired for her. Good.
You really managed to get in touch with J.L. McGrath?
He's the best there is.
I know his work.
It's an enormous favor he's doing.
He must have a caseload that backs him up for years.
I just said it was a favor. He's on his way to Washington. He's meeting with Brittany on his way to the airport.
Oh, so then he hasn't decided to take the case yet?
No, he wanted to talk to Brittany first, but if he does decide, she has nothing to worry about. What does that mean?
What?
You were shaking your head. Mac, Brittany has a right to the best representation she can get.
Did I say otherwise?
Why are you so against her?
Rachel, it is not a question of being for or against Brittany. Peter is the one who was injured. He's the one who was shot near death. No matter what the state of their marriage, is that any solution? Does he deserve that?
We're talking about Brittany again.
You brought it up.
No, actually I did. I forgot it was the 10th.
It's not your fault.
Of course not.
No, I really should have thought. I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Rachel. I don't want to argue with you about Brittany and Peter.
You're right. There's only one thing we should be thinking about right now. I'm sorry.
Our nerves are on edge, raw.
I want to go home.
Right now?
Yeah, I just don't feel right about staying away from the phone. I'll see you at the house later. Okay?
No, I'll come with you. Bye, Felicia.
Bye-bye. Listen, let me know if you hear anything, all right?
We will.
Thanks, Bison.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
Kind of glad they're gone, Mom. I couldn't have kept up a happy front much longer.
I noticed. There's something on your mind besides Matthew.
No. Well, yeah, there is. It's just, I don't know. I feel like I'm being kind of selfish compared to what's going on with Rachel.
What's up?
It's Greg, Ma. I called it off.
Whose decision was it?
It was mine. I don't think he took it so well, though.
Well, that must be why he's been calling every 5 minutes.
I'm not sure I did the right thing. I hated hurting him.
Hurting him has nothing to do with the right thing. If, you don't feel that it's going the way you want it to go, you're hurting him more by letting it go on.
Well, I don't want to do that. I mean, I don't want to hurt him at all.
Oh, I know it's hard. But it's even harder to try to keep a relationship going when it isn't working.
Yeah, Brittany and Peter sure proved that. I don't want to shoot the guy, Ma.
That was an accident.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I know Brittany didn't intend to murder Peter, but they sure didn't get along so well.
Would you go and check on the soup stock? And if it's boiling, would you turn down the heat? Now. Door slamming going on around here.
Vince just left, I think, or somebody did.
Honey, look, I know you're upset, but would you quit banging around? A noisy kitchen is bad for business.
Ma, come on, please lay off me. You know, I swear, this is the worst month. Matthew is missing. I just broke Greg's heart. Next thing you know, I'll be called into court.
Court? What'd you do, knock over a gas station?
Ma, get serious.
Who's going to take you to court?
Not me, Brittany.
I love having a conversation with you. You never stay on the same subject long enough to be boring.
No, Ma. You know, I meant what I said about Brittany. I mean, I don't want to hurt her. I hope she comes out of this just fine. The thing that I'm afraid of is that I told MJ and Adam what I heard on the phone. And if that sends Brittany to prison, I'll never forgive myself.
How could you lie like that?
Keep your voice down.
You said you were going to tell the truth.
It is the truth.
It is not. Peter, you have to take back that statement if you have a decent bone in your body.
If I have a decent... You almost killed your husband, remember?
It was an accident.
You're guilty, Brittany.
You're the one who came in and tried to shoot me.
You can choose to think that if you want.
Peter, please. I'll give you back all your money. I'll tell everyone what a wonderful person you are. You'll never hear from me again. All I want is to take my baby and get out of here.
You should have thought about that before you shot me. What are you doing? Don't.
Now, the next part of Another World.
Don't shoot. Picture?
Yes, Peter, a picture. Look at this baby. Do you want to ruin this life? Is that what you want? This poor, innocent little baby?
You told my father.
What are you talking about?
Don't you dare deny it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I watched you, Brittany. Right through that window. You stood outside in that hallway and you told my father that that baby isn't mine. You told him my son is a bastard.
He already knew, Peter. I didn't have a choice.
That's a story of your life, isn't it? You had no choice but to sleep with Catelyn and trick me into marrying you. You had no choice but to make my life a living hell and then shoot me down. And you had no choice but to tell my father what a pathetic fool I am.
It's a little one-sided, don't you think? You should understand.
Understand what? In my father's eyes, I am a loser married to a low-life tramp. Not only my father's eyes, I'm sure that you will somehow see to it that the whole world knows what a pathetic fool I've been.
If you had given me that baby, I would have been long gone. That's all I ever wanted.
No, that's always what you want, isn't it, Brittany? Well, this may come as a surprise to you, but now I want something, and I'm going to make sure I have it. I'm going to set one thing right in my life, and that's to put you where you belong, darling.
No.
Oh, yes. You'll never have your freedom. Brittany, you'll never have Catelyn, and you will never have your baby boy again.
I swear to you, Peter, if you don't take back that statement, I'm going to give your father so much dirt on you, he won't allow your name to be mentioned in his presence.
You get out of here. You get out of here.
Do you understand that?
Nurse!
If I go down, you're going to go down with me. If I hurt, you're going to hurt worse.
You get out of here, Brittany.
That's a promise.
Oh, good. You got it on the first guess.
What? What is this? Did you do this?
Yeah. Well, I figured the last couple of months hadn't been too much fun, so what the heck, a little fun.
Oh, Michael, I feel like a teenager again.
Oh, good. I've been doing a lot of thinking about those days lately.
You have?
Hold still. Hold still. Here's a flower. Yeah. I thought I must have been one heck of a forgetful teenager.
You weren't. You were perfect.
No, I wasn't. See, when we were making Mad Passionate Love in those stables there was one question, a very important question that I forgot to ask you.
You forgot to ask me if I was using birth control.
No, that wasn't it. For 20 years, I have loved you with all my heart. So I guess that today is an okay day for me to ask you this question. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Today?
Yes, yes, yes.
Good.
I don't.
Take you, Michael Hudson,
Take you, Michael Hudson,
to be my lawfully wedded husband,
to be my lovely wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
through sickness and through health,
through sickness and through health,
till death us do part.
till death us do part.
I, Michael Hudson,
I, Michael Hudson,
take you, Donna Love,
take you, Donna Love,
to be my lawfully wedded wife,
to be my lawfully wedded wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold from this day forward, in sickness and in health, for richer, for poorer, and to love, cherish, and honor for the rest of my life.
Good morning. Michael.
Oh, hi, Nicole.
It's a pretty day out. Crisp. You should go for a walk.
Maybe later.
You're not giving up.
No,
not the type. It's just tough. I love her very much.
So do I.
How does something like this happen, Nicole?
I'm so sorry.
You know, after all those years of separation and being forced to stay away, and then coming back here and having to fight to win her back.
She's gonna beat this, Michael.
Nicole, we don't even know what it is.
They'll find out.
Yeah, but in the meantime, listen to me. Where do I get off feeling sorry for myself? Huh?
You wouldn't do that. Well, even if you would, you've been through a lot.
Nothing near what Donna's been through.
Everything was finally working out for her. She changed so much in the last 6 months thanks to you.
I changed a lot, too.
But with Donna, it was like she was suddenly free. Like that grande dame image she was hanging on to was suddenly lifted.
You know, she was only holding on to that because she was afraid.
She called me in Paris a few months ago. At first, I didn't even know it was Donna on the phone. She sounded like a girl again.
My girl.
Yes, yours. And she started writing letters. They were upbeat, funny, loving.
She has such a capacity to love, Nicole. All she needed was the chance to show it.
She needed you, Michael.
Well, why did something like this happen, Nicole? I mean, what's the reason? We were so close to having everything we ever dreamed of.
You still can have it. You just gotta hang on and hope. You waited all those years. You just can't give up now.
I know you're right. You're right. So no matter how long it takes, no matter what it takes, I will hang in there. We will be together.
Oh, Catlin, I don't know. I don't think this is such a good idea.
Why not?
Well, I just think that Brittany should talk to the lawyer by herself, or at least with you.
No, I'm afraid Brittany's not going to cooperate with this guy. She has a real chip on her shoulder. So I figure between the two of us, we can keep her from offending him.
Oh, she can't do that. He's very prominent and very busy.
That's right. Now, she trusts you. You're her friend. You have to get her to see that. This could be her last hope.
Why? You think it's gotten that bad?
She could have Rachel's hotshot lawyer and 5 like him and still get convicted.
You still have feelings for Brittany, don't you? After all you've been through, you still care about her, huh?
We've been through a lot.
Yeah. And if she's convicted, what then?
She'll go to prison.
And the baby. What are you going to do about the baby?
I'll take care of it. Nobody raises that boy but me.
Help.
What?
Is that what I think it is?
Ada Hobson is to appear before the grand jury to give testimony about Brittany now.
Oh, Ada.
Then I pulled the trigger. And that's it. That's what happened.
That's some story.
What do you mean, story?
Figure of speech.
It's the truth.
Of course it is.
What do you mean by that?
Brittany, please. It's all right.
Come on, he's just trying to help you.
He didn't even take any notes. Why didn't you write anything down?
I have a mind like a steel trap. Besides, this is just a preliminary talk.
That's right, honey. You see, after he takes your case, then you can have lots of meetings.
You don't believe me. Why don't you just admit that?
What I believe doesn't matter a bit. It's what the jury believes.
From the moment you walked in here, you figured I was guilty.
Brittany, this isn't helping.
He's not helping me.
Wait. Why don't we just all take a deep breath and we can start over, all right?
I'm afraid I don't have time for that, Miss Gallant.
Oh, no, he has no time for me.
I'm here Am I not?
Because Rachel asked you to be here. Like I said, from the moment you walked in here, you pegged me as guilty. So who needs him?
Brittany, please. Now, Mr. McGrath is Rachel's friend. Come on.
That is right, isn't it, Mr. McGrath?
Well, actually, a friend of a friend.
So you see, he did it for the money. I mean, Rachel's probably paying him a fortune, so he figures if he comes in here, spends a little time, look like he's earning it.
You can stop right there, madam. I'm on my way to Washington right now to probably turn down a case that would bring in fees over $1 million.
Mr. McGrath, she really didn't.
Now, the
mean
money
that.
is not the issue. Now, whether you know it or not, I'm a very wealthy man.
All right. So you did it to get in good with the Coreys. The point is, you're against me.
I talked with the district attorney's office. And in my opinion, if the DA gets any corroborative evidence at all, Mickey Mouse could prosecute this case and still get a guilty verdict.
See? See what I'm talking about?
All right, then, Mr. McGrath. Why exactly are you here?
Rachel Corey asked me.
The real reason.
Well, to be honest with you, I was curious. She was very persuasive over the phone. I wanted to know why.
She was persuasive because she's Brittany's friend.
Friendship holds no sway in a court of law.
So Brittany's right. You think she's guilty?
What I really think is that we should explore all avenues.
Such as?
Plea bargaining.
What does that mean?
Or you plead guilty?
To a lesser charge.
No. I am innocent. Do you hear that? Innocent. And there will be no plea bargaining.
You are innocent, and you don't have to make any deals.
That's absolutely right. There'll be no deals, and that's that. Do you hear me? That is that.
Where are you going?
It was an accident, Catlin. I'm innocent.
Are you positive Vince McKinnon's fingerprints are on it?
Positive.
If you are mistaken...
I don't make mistakes. I was watching from the outside. McKinnon used the knife minutes before and then left. I'm a very thorough man, Miss Gomez.
You are also a very highly paid man.
That's right. You're paying for the best.
You have in your possession McKinnon's coat and shoes.
The shoes are tight.
Will there be a problem?
No, I'll have to wear them in. There'll be no problem. In fact, so far this job's been a piece of cake.
There's much more yet to come.
Tell me.
You will be in the Love Garden behind the mansion.
I know. I've already planned my route.
Senor Love will cross to the terrace doors. He will open them, stand there a moment, and then slowly move back inside.
I go to the terrace doors.
The senor will position himself in front of the Oriental painting.
That's when?
You throw the knife. It misses, Senor Love.
By inches.
It misses and sticks into the painting.
Dead center.
You missed.
I'm out of practice.
On the day you will be perfect. If Mr. Love's hurt, I will make you pay.
What else should I know?
A woman, a housekeeper, will be there as a witness.
One witness? That's all?
No, a stable hand will be nearby who will identify the man who threw the knife.
As Vince McKinnon. But remember, there can be no time for delay. That stable hand must be in position.
That is none of your concern.
If you say so.
He will identify you correctly, seeing you wear the jacket and shoes.
As Vince McKinnon. Poor Vince McKinnon.
I don't believe it.
What?
The living room. We won't recognize it.
What do you mean?
When the renovations are finished, it'll be totally different.
I don't want to talk about the room, Mac.
Just trying to make conversation.
It doesn't help.
I know.
Nothing helps.
Let's go for a walk.
I don't want to go for a walk. I just want the phone to ring.
It will, darling.
How can you be so sure?
I'm just hopeful. Can't I be hopeful?
Of course you can be hopeful. I'd be hopeful, too, if there was anything to hang on to, but we haven't heard from New York. We haven't heard from anybody. Do you realize how long it's been?
Just seems that way, darling.
It is that way. How could Mitch do this to us?
You'd think he would have learned from what happened before.
Oh, no. No, he's gone over and over all of this. He's gone over everything that went wrong the last time he kidnapped Matthew. He's got the advantage over us now. He's experienced. He's not going to make the same mistakes he made the last time.
Yes, but this time, Matthew is not a baby. He's going to want to talk to us at some point.
At some point isn't good enough. What if he wants to talk to us and Mitch won't let him?
Well, at least I expected Adam to call. I've had a call in for 2 hours to him. I want to find out the results of the sheriff's search outside the city.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Matthew is in New York.
We think he's in New York, Rachel. Think. We don't know anything.
He could be anywhere, that's what you're saying.
We just have to hope. We have to keep hoping that somewhere, somehow, he's going to get in touch with us. And our son's going to come back to us.
Mr. Michael, Sergeant Corey.
Thank you, Bridget. I bear great documents. You got it? All legal and above board.
Oh, that reminds me.
Huh.
Oh, there was a legal paper that came this morning.
About what?
Oh, it's for me, Mr. Michael.
Concerning...
Well, I'll show you. Is that all right, Sergeant?
Sure.
Oh, excuse me.
I can't believe you got the search warrant.
Was there ever any doubt?
Yeah, there was nothing but doubt.
Hey, look, I asked, I received. Of course, if this doesn't work out, I better be very careful about asking again.
You are one very impressive guy, Sergeant.
High praise, Mr. Hudson.
Oh, excuse me, here it is.
That's a subpoena. You're to appear before the grand jury.
Yes, about Miss Brittany.
You're to testify about her.
Yes, what am I going to say?
Well, you tell them the truth, Bridget.
Well, I wouldn't tell them anything else.
No, you wouldn't.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
What's wrong?
Well, I was just remembering poor Miss Brittany and that dear little baby.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'll leave you gentlemen alone. And...
Bridget.
Yes.
Is Reginald in the house?
Yes, he's in the study.
Would you ask him to join us, please?
Yes, of course.
Bridget, tell him to join us.
I already have. What am I missing, gentlemen?
It's what the rest of the world is missing.
And is soon going to get back.
Right now.
Are we going to talk in riddles all day long?
I have reason to believe that something that you call the trump is in this house.
The trump?
Your little treasure, Reg.
Well, perhaps it's not so little.
So why don't we find out?
Lead the way, Reg.
Where are we going?
I want to see the trump.
Do you?
I do. And I will.
So you want to search the mansion, do you? I might have guessed.
The trump, Reg.
No warrant is necessary. All you needed to do was ask. This way, gentlemen.
Brittany and the baby are all settled in.
I wish I could say good or I'm glad.
Well, we don't have to discuss it at all.
Just that we're all so on edge, Rachel.
I thought that argument was over with.
It is. It is.
Excuse me, Mr. Corey, can I ask you something?
Of course you can.
If somebody from the county court tells you you have to be someplace to give a testimony, do you have to do it?
Well, I don't quite understand.
She's asking if she has to testify against Brittany.
Is there some way around it?
Is this for the grand jury?
I think so, yes.
Well, then there's certainly no way around it.
That's what I thought.
You have to testify. You have to tell the truth.
The truth.
No matter how much you like Brittany, no matter how you feel about the baby, you have to tell the truth.
Of course, I couldn't lie. I've always been the world's worst liar.
I can tell you're very candid. You're like a breath of fresh air.
It's very kind of you to say. Well, I need to get a shopping list taken care of for Mrs. Love, Brittany. This is really very kind of you. You have a beautiful home.
Thank you. Sometimes it is very difficult to tell the truth.
Sometimes it's even more difficult to face it.
What does that mean?
I wish I had seen the truth about Mitch.
Based on the evidence presented to and gathered by the district attorney's office, a grand jury is being convened concerning what was previously thought to be the accidental shooting of Peter Love by his wife, Brittany Peterson Love.
Don't you worry, honey. Oh, don't you worry about a thing. We're gonna get out of this. We are. Yes, we are. And we're gonna be free. Oh, please, dear God. Let it be true.
This part of Another World was brought to you by light-tasting Crisco oil. Crisco oil's light taste sets the flavor free.
When Gina's plan to rule CC's life leaves her lonely, will she forego revenge for a night of passion with Mason? Find out next on Santa Barbara on WDSU TV6.
Join us each weekday for the continuing story of Another World.